What is happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Pop Go the Rockers. I am Jerry, and I am joined by two of my wonderful co-hosts, Joseph Staub. How you doing?
Doing great. Excited to be here. Really love doing this show. Excited to keep talking about more pop music.
All right. Andy Rodriguez, how you doing, my friend?
Hey guys, how's it going? Great. Wonderful to be here. Absolutely love this new show we're doing. So I'm excited to talk about another album tonight.
Yeah, I've been enjoying every thing that we've done so far. The worst rating I gave was like a middle, mid thumbs up. But for the most part, I've loved everything we've done. And if you're new to the show, we are three rockers, man. We love our rock and metal. So, but we were, interested to hear and see what this pop thing is all about. And so far, I think we've been pretty impressed by it, man. It's something people in our what's the word I'm looking for? In our neck of the
Our
woods or
circle.
our circle, there you
Our
go.
circles, yeah.
Doesn't get talked about hardly at all. So it's, kind of you know, as far as it's unexplored, it's unexplored as far as I'm concerned. I think you and Andy, Joe, are a little bit more interested than I was, but man, I'm telling you, man, open up your mind, man. There's some great stuff out there, man. There really is some talented people nowadays. So I recommend it, and I have no qualms. I might lose a few metal cards, but I don't give a shit what they say. You know what I mean? So I like what I like, and
Yep.
that's how it goes. But anyway, tonight we're going to be doing Dua Lipa's third album, Radical Optimism. Yeah, usually I don't. I pick stuff that I haven't heard before. I've had this album for a while, and I do know it pretty well. But
You cheated, Jerry.
I did with the Taylor Swift one too. I admit, but
Hey, I cheated with the Harry Styles and the Lord albums, so
there you
I'm
go.
just kidding.
Gonna be interesting. I always, I've always liked Dua's voice, man. And, I just she has like great, sexy tone to her voice. You know what I mean? And good looking woman herself too. But I'm just saying, but she had that voice that just complimented. She like owns her voice and her stage appearances. She's such a great performer live. I've watched some of her concerts. She did one on TV a few months ago. It was like in some fancy ballroom or something. Did you guys? It was on regular TV, like NBC or something.
I'm not sure.
But it was Elton John was there. They did a song together. I can't remember that song they did together. I think that was the
It
one
was
that
on
broke her.
CBS. It
That
was
was
on
the one that
CBS.
broke her, wasn't it? Wasn't that song with Elton John her first hit or
I'm
something
not.
like that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But anyway, let's get into this album, Radical Optimism. We'll start with you, Andy, man. What did you think about this?
Well, first of all, of course, I've heard of Dua Lipa, but never her music. It was more in the social circles or like in a music podcast and stuff like that. So I never really got to hear her music. What is this, like her third album?
Third album, yeah.
Okay. Besides the Harry Styles, I believe that this is the a true pop album. The one of the first true pop albums we've done, because the past few ones they've been pop, but they've been a little bit of jazzy or a little bit alternative. This is a pure pop album. So it's really fun to listen to this. So right there, I knew that the lyrics were going to be just okay, but her performance is fantastic. I really like the way she uses her voice. I don't like the way when she goes too high. I like it when she keeps her range low and mid tempo. And when it gets too high, it just sounds like everybody else. But I did highlight about 6 songs on this album.
Oh,
I know we try to keep it down to 3, but I won't talk too long on some of them. But I did want to point out some of them. I when I was listening to it on my Apple, I would press favorite, 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 and then I will go back and see how much there were. I was like, damn, I did the whole album. Come on. But I thought it was a very enjoyable album. It was a pure pop album, something that I've been missing. This is one of the first pure pop album I've heard in a couple of decades that I can surely say, yeah, that's a really good one. Let's start off with a lead off track, End of an Era, a great opener. I love the upbeat music. The vocals are great. The lyrics are silly, but they're fun.
Right.
This is a fun album. Um, I love the ending, the way she changes her vocal pattern into like not quite a rap, but of a more of a giddy up kind of vocal work on that song. I really like that. And man, is Houdini an earworm or not? Dude, that has been stuck in my head like ever since I heard it. I love the way she sings this song. The bridge, almost every chorus on this album is catchy. Um, I really did enjoy Houdini. Also, I think it was Anything for Love. That's less than a 2 minute ballad. I really liked that. I didn't like the vocal in the beginning, but when she brought down her screech, not really a
Reach.
screech, just a higher level. I don't think she hits it that well. She can bring it down a little bit and really knock it out of the park. But the writing on this song, Anything for Love, is really good. Another standout track, I'm going to go to 4. I'm going to go with These Walls. If these walls could talk, they'll tell us to break up. That's such a cool line, man. And the way that she sings it, like an up tempo, smoky kind of vocal work on it. It's a really good album. I really enjoyed it. So those are about the 4 tracks I wanted to pinpoint. 4 out of what, 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Joe, what do you got on this one, man?
Yeah, Andy said a lot of what I had been thinking about this album. I loved this album. Like Andy said, it was a pure pop album from front to back. One of the first ones we've covered. There's a couple that I know we've kind of tossed around, mentioning some artists and stuff that I see some more pure pop albums coming down the track for us. But um, this was just a great pop album. I mean, this was just catchy, upbeat, great to listen to, just a fun album. Um, I knew a little bit about Dua Lipa coming in. I knew some songs. I really liked some stuff from her previous album, but I really didn't know anything off of this one going in, so I was unsure of what to expect. I knew what her other stuff that I had liked had kind of sounded like, and this stuff was similar, not exactly the same. Some of her earlier stuff was a little bit more like electro heavy with like some bass and stuff like that. This was just a really clean up tempo pop album, and I loved it. I really really enjoyed this one. I'm definitely gonna be picking this one up. Um, I just really really dug this album. Like Andy said, Houdini. That was the first one that I wrote down, and then it was like, this is a great track, catchy as all hell, like Andy said. Um, just a solid pop song. Same thing with Anything for Love, which is a little bit more has a more bit of a ballad edge to it, but really powerful vocals from Dua Lipa. There's some great piano and it's just a really great sound to it. Um, just another really solid pop tune. And then I really, really dug the closing track of the album, Happy for You.
Yeah.
Um, that is just that one had a little bit more of an edge to it. You could tell it, lyrically and vocally, it had a little bit of a bite to it, had some edge, and I really think she pulled that off very well. That she can go from being a kind of just a happy pop singer to having something with a little bit of a kind of a backhand to it. And I
I like a
really,
pop
really
rock
like,
album.
yeah, it
Would be
had a little
great.
bit more of that pop rock vibe to it. And it showed that she can do a lot of different stuff. Like I said, some of her earlier stuff was a little bit more heavy on the electro sound. This was very just a clean pop album. Loved it from front to back. Those are just 3 of the tracks that I dug, but I really enjoyed pretty much everything on the album. I definitely see myself going back to this one quite a bit.
You see, I haven't heard her previous stuff, so I don't know. But you said that she had a little bit of electronic to her voice. That's what I liked about this. This was just pure voice. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure there was a lot of techno to the music, but not to her vocals.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked the clean sounding of her vocals. Makes it sound more human. Sometimes you hear these AI or whatever it is. You just know it's not a human being, man.
Yeah.
But this was great. I mean, it's I was so close to saying that we are listening to pop albums during this show better than the pop music that I had in the '90s. I want to say that pop music in the '90s was pretty weak. This has been a very big change of what I was expecting to hear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Even though I picked an album, does not necessarily mean that I love it. Um, I loved Future Nostalgia. I thought that album was a perfect pop album. So I didn't hesitate when Radical Optimism came out. And I gotta admit, it's got great songs on it, but it just did not impact me as much as Future Nostalgia. I think she's capable of so much more. I think she's held back on this album. I really do. If you watch her perform, and you watch her approach to her music, I don't know. It just seems like I expected so much more. Am I making any sense? Is that, I mean,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
but
You see,
but
this
the
is my
song,
first impression of her. So
but the songs that I like on this album are great. Um, like you said, it's a typical pop album. It's got like, a lot of writers, involved, and a lot of that. What do they call it? Neo psychedelia. It's what they call some of her
Hmm.
stuff, which I've never heard that term before. Have you? I don't
yeah,
know. But one thing
I
I
don't know about all these
do,
writers.
but one thing I do love about Dua Lipa, and I don't apologize for liking disco at all. This is fucking. It reminds me of fucking disco, and I love disco. I'm a white boy. I'm old. I got a belly, but I'll get up there and dance if I have to. I don't give a shit.
I won't.
Oh, come on, Eddie. You were dancing out. You should see him at Rocklahoma, man. He was dancing, man. He was like,
Yeah, but that's different. That's
he was,
that's the
he was
rock music. That's a concert.
he was moonwalking and, all kinds of stuff there. But anyway, yeah.
And my hair caught fire. It was terrible.
Yeah. But I'm not saying the album is bad. I just expected more because, I thought Future Nostalgia. I mean, I'm sure you heard the hits on there. What's that big hit? God, I can't think of it right now. I'm losing my head.
Physical was one of the big hits.
No, that's the song I'm thinking of.
Don't Start Now is one of them.
That's not it.
Those are the two that I remember from that one.
Fuck, what was that
Oh,
song?
yeah.
It was huge.
No, you see, this first time I've really heard her, so I don't know.
Let me see here. I'll get it right here. Hold on.
But I did see on Apple
Levitating.
Oh, okay.
Levitating. That's the song.
I did see on Apple that she's got a live show on there from the
Royal Albert Hall.
yes for the Royal Albert Hall.
That might be the special that she did.
That might be.
That might have been where she performed that live concert. Yeah, but yeah, I've seen that concert.
Badass to be there.
Yeah, I mean, she's great live. She's a beautiful woman. She's actually a pretty good actress too. She's been in a couple movies.
Really?
She was in that one with the cat in the backpack. You remember that a couple of years ago? It had Bryce Dallas Howard in it and John Cena. She was in anyway. I can't name the fucking movie right now. If you guys know what it is, leave a note in the comment. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'll stop bullshitting and get down to what I liked about it. Houdini, man. I mean, you guys mentioned that song. If that song doesn't stick in your head 7 or 8 hours after you hear it for the first time, then I check your pulse because catchy as hell, pop perfection. The backing music is great. This album is fantastic to listen to on the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I mean, this song is just screams a hit, if you know what I mean. Everything about this is a hit. The verse, the chorus. I mean, the music is just a pure hit radio song. I gotta go with French Exit, dude. I dig that tune.
That's a good one too.
I dig the acoustic and the rhythms in that background. It's almost, I wouldn't say it's a conga type of background, but I don't know, maybe more of a, I don't know, but it's got some different type of percussion in it, which I dug. Really cool.
I don't know what a French exit is, and I don't want to know.
But again, we're talking about showcasing her vocals. This is a perfect song that does. Happy for You. Yeah, we mentioned that one, the closing track. I like the ambient.
That was a good track.
With like the nature sounds in the beginning. I thought was really cool. And it just transitions into a really good closer. All kinds of cool pace changes in it, and all kinds of cool vocal fills throughout. If you know what I mean. Really good song. Good song. Excuse me. Illusion. See, Andy, I'm going to disagree with you about one thing. I like her high notes. And I think in
Do you?
Illusion, she hits those high notes pretty well. I do. It's funny you mentioned Screech. I was thinking of a barn owl. It's like, come on, Andy, she's not a barn owl, man.
Well, not Screech. Sometimes
I
it seems
know.
like she loses control a little bit. That's all.
No, I think she's in her range. I don't think she goes out of that Goldilocks range that you would call that she has, where she's perfect. I think I hear you, but
Yeah.
you never hear her really go really low. You always hear this same mild, her normal and a little bit of high
Right.
every now and then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. She doesn't go low.
Yeah. But I'm like I said, I just think this woman is capable of so much more. So I'm expecting more, and I think she will do a lot more. She's still young. She's got a lot of career ahead. Of course, what the fuck is she selling out arenas? And I'm fucking sitting here talking to you guys. So what the fuck do I know? I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, what's
But
wrong with us?
uh, we're not selling out arenas yet. But
Yet.
hopefully soon. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm just fucking with you. But training season. Talk about a really cool headphone song. I think that song is killer. The beats behind it are. Now, I've noticed a lot of the writers on this album are actually musicians that play on the album too. They're not just a songwriter hired. They actually play on the album. A lot of them do.
Oh,
So
well, that's cool because it's like a band.
that's cool. Yeah. And her name is credited on every song. So I guess I don't know, maybe she writes the lyrics. I don't know, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Lyrics, the beats. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she probably comes in with
Yeah.
the skeleton of the song and maybe like what Taylor
Yeah.
Swift does. She'll come in with
Mhm.
skeleton of the song and she'll have people. Well, there's a lot of time, believe it or not, Taylor Swift does write a lot of stuff with just her and maybe Jack Antonoff or somebody. I mean, there's some popular songs she has a few writers with, but for the most part, it's just her and one other person. So credit her with that. But I think the production of this album is really good. The critics liked it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got a really great, reviews and what else do we have about this album here? La 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 la. I fucked up here. Anyway, yeah, I'm off that page, and my computer is jammed at the moment, so I can't get any more information. But final thoughts on this album, Andy. What would you give it?
Oh, a thumbs up. I really enjoyed this album. Like I was saying earlier, just a pure pop album, and
Yep.
I thought it was well done.
And what about you, Joe?
Yeah, solid thumbs up for me. Definitely enjoyed this one. I'm definitely looking forward to going back and listening to more of her earlier catalog, other than the songs that I already know. Really excited about going back and seeing what I think of her earlier stuff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, she's a fantastic performer, and like I said 5,000 times already, I am looking forward to hearing more stuff for her in the future. But this album as a whole, I'm going to give it a little higher than middle. You know what I mean? That voice, man. She could sing, the menu at Hardee's or something, and I would be entranced with her voice. So
Maybe not Hardee's. Maybe not Hardee's.
just
Hardy's
out of
went out of
low.
business over here.
Oh, did they really?
Somehow they're
Yeah.
still in business right up the street from me. They're the
Are-
only
are-
fast food place in my town.
Because I know Hardee's is on the East Coast and Carl's Jr. is on the West Coast. They're the same thing, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they both failed here.
Oh wow.
It was Hardy's.
Andy's right on that middle ground, and neither one of them survived.
Right. Wow.
But it was good. I really liked Carl Jr.'s breakfast stuff. It's really good.
They do a good breakfast.
Hardee's biscuits were pretty good, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
but yeah, dude, they both, they came with Hardee's, and then came Carl Jr. We're like, wait a minute,
I've
That's
seen
Carl
that
Hardy
logo
Jr.
before.
That's bullshit.
Right.
I've seen that logo.
I know
That star's not fooling anybody.
That's
Right.
almost worse than Wendy McDonald over there.
All right, guys. So this album passes. I don't think we've had an album that didn't pass yet. But who's up next? Is it Joe up next?
Joe,
What do you got coming up for us next week, man?
Let me reach over to the pile of random CDs that I have over here. We will be reviewing an album with possibly the most suggestive album cover of all time.
since the Scorpions.
Sabrina Carpenter, Man's Best Friend.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about this one. If nothing else, just to talk about that.
Yeah.
It looks like man's
That's what we'll be
best
talking about
friend.
next week.
She is.
I know. She's
She
certainly
is
my
a
best friend.
she's a little powder keg, man, and she's a cool chick,
Mhm.
man. She's funny too. She's great on Saturday Night Live. So I'm looking forward to talking about her. She's a cool girl.
Yeah, she
I
was
think,
great on Saturday Night Live. And when she did that special with Paul Simon, they sang America.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thank God she was there because Paul's lost it.
right. And she
So it
sounded.
was
Oh,
great that Sabrina
we'll
picked
talk
up.
about her next week. We don't want to give out too much information right now.
Looking through my pile here, I love how I go from the new Creator album to Taylor Swift.
This morning, check this out. I was going through my albums of 1984, so I heard Sheila E.'s "Glamorous Life,"
Glamorous
which is a
Life.
good album. New edition, Destruction, and Man of War, Made in England. Dude, that's such
Yep.
a good album.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I never gave them a chance.
So's the new Creator album.
It is. As you see, we're showing our our diversity tonight here, guys. We like everything. So
Yeah, we did.
all right, gentlemen, this has been fun as always. Until next time, thank you all who like, subscribe, and read and whatever. We appreciate you, and we will see you again next time. So for Joe and Andy, I'm Jerry. We are gone. Take care.
Bye, guys.